Yo, what is up? It's that time, it's that hour, it's Righteous with another video. Alright, I just finished watching Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. Great fight. You guys know each other very well, but Ryan definitely did a checkmate on Haney. Great work. I think some of the tactics that Ryan was using was super smart. I've always said that he should be moving up to welterweight. He's very fast for a big guy because he's like 5'10". But in my opinion, he just outworked Haney. Haney just couldn't keep up with the output and the power that Ryan has. Ryan was using both hands. He was being very smart, being very strategic. I think Haney is a true 140 pounder, and he's gonna have to stay there because he was talking about 47, and if he can't handle Ryan's power, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? There's no way that he can go up to 47 and handle those punches from those guys, because those guys swing at a different velocity. And Haney's been at 35 for a while, was at 30, was at 40, and now he's starting to feel the wrath. He's starting to feel like the true hitting power. Man, I can't complain at all. It was an entertaining fight. At times I thought that the fight was gonna be going towards Devin, but then Ryan looked like he wasn't even being affected too much by Haney's punches and his activity. So if you ask me, I think that Haney did enough to win some of the rounds he had, but he didn't have any power. And then they got to a point where it was just like, damn, are you gonna at least try to get him back? Are you gonna try to knock him down back? And he never did. I could tell he was trying, but he never did. Another issue for Haney is that he didn't use anything else. And it was pretty smart of him to do what he did. He was just trying to like cut off the distance. And then once Ryan saw that, it was over. So that first round was bad. Everything started bad for Devin. I had that one 10-9. Obviously, everybody had that 10-9. But that first round, bro, it really messed up Devin's rhythm, because when he felt Ryan's power, he put his hands down. That's a bad sign right there. That just shows you he can't handle his power. So then, boom, you get like 3 or 4 rounds. I had at least 5 rounds straight for Devin. Straight. Just boom, 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 boom. And he's just working the jab. And Ryan is working off of every tie-up, And Devin was the one initiating those tie-ups because he could not handle Ryan's power. So he was afraid of his power. So he would jab, and then maybe try to do like a little punch to the body and then up top. And then he would hug. He would put his shoulder first and he would hug. So Devin was the one doing the dirty shit first. And then Ryan had to start using his forearms, pressing off of him, pushing him. I could see it could be very frustrating for both of them. But for me, I think Devin was just trying to survive in there. All those rounds that he piled up, it really didn't mean shit, because after Ryan would get into his rhythm, it was over. Like, he was just messing him up. And also the round that Ryan got the knockdown, I scored a 10-8 because the ref, he took away a point from Ryan, which would have made it like a 9-8 round. But I scored it 10-8 because I didn't agree with the ref. Devin was the one initiating those grabs. Devin was the one trying to cut off the ring and cut off Ryan's power, so he didn't have that much reach and extension on his punches. So that's why I think Devin was the one hugging. That's why I scored it a 10-8 round. I didn't listen to what the ref had to say. Then after that, it was 10-10 for me, 2 rounds straight for Devin. On Chris Mannix's scorecard, me and him almost had an identical scorecard. The only difference was Chris Mannix's scorecard was 10-6, 10-9 for the 6th round for Ryan. And I had it 10-9 for Devin. So that's the only difference in our scorecard. And then on the 8th round, I had it for Devin. 10th round, I had it for... no, 8th round, I had it for Devin. 9th round, I had it for Devin. And then after that, it was all Ryan. Ryan took over. And then that made my card 113, 112. Sorry, I don't know if you had to deal with a problem there. But that made my card 113, 112 for Ryan. But if you're looking at the fight and you're just watching the rounds and you're just not really scoring or not really paying attention, because I score my rounds every single, I score every single round the same way every time. It doesn't matter if there's a knockdown. It doesn't matter if anything is going on. I score my rounds the exact same way, no matter what. So it doesn't matter what's going on, if there's a sound of this, that, I don't give a fuck. I score my rounds the same way. Now, you're not going to win off of just little pity-pat jabs either, because that's what Devin was doing in round 10, and Ryan was hitting him with like, you know, haymakers and dropping him and messing him up, and there was no way to tie it. There was no way to bring it back. The turning his back, Ryan turning his back like that and getting warnings, I think that was a result of Ryan not wanting to use his jab and not needing to use his jab. See, that's the thing. I don't think Ryan has a glass chin. I think he has a great chin. Number two, I think he can take a lot of punches. That's why he came in heavy. He's a welterweight. In my eyes, I see him as a welterweight. I'm sorry. He has the height. He's taller than Canelo. Doesn't mean stronger than Canelo, but he's taller than Canelo. And in a few years, he can definitely be as strong as Canelo. Because look, he was showing it today. He was fucking bringing that shit. He showed movement. I was impressed by that. I like that he went on the back foot and he was just like, you know what? The hell with it. I'm going to just let this dude punch me. He can't hurt me. You know, he kept going on the back foot. He used his side and he used his back, you know, to like create tie-ups or whatever. And he just kept watching Devin, you know, with his punches, because Devin was trying to sneak in some punches there. And I'm not remembering exactly which round it was, but there was a round where Devin tried to swing an uppercut, and he was a little indecisive there. Like, he swung and he was like, oh shit, I'm not telegraphing right here. And Ryan almost nailed him, or he did nail him, and he didn't put that much power. But Ryan was like, yo, if I would have timed you, I would have knocked you out completely. But the one thing I do want to say, guys, is Devin Haney has some heart, man. He has some heart. He has some true heart. The way I see his resume right now, it's good. Ryan actually did Devin a favor. And this is how I know that it's possible that Ryan might still be all there. I really thought that he was starting to fade off, you know. I had a bunch of theories. There was a one theory that I had, that Ryan knew what he was doing to get the W and to you know, bring as many viewers as possible to really embarrass and ruin Devin Haney. And in the long run, people might say, yeah, he did ruin Devin Haney, but I don't think he did, because he didn't have the belts on the line, you know. And I think the rehydration thing was really messing with Ryan. He's just like, you know what, I'm gonna just be myself. I don't need to impress nobody. I did that with Gervonta and I got paid. So fuck these people. Now I'm gonna take it to them. And I don't care how they want to play the game. I'm a win. I don't care about belts. And that's the one thing I do want to say about boxing right now. Fame is more important than belts. It sucks. It sucks. It really does suck. But at the end of the day, you know, a win is a win. And it doesn't matter what language you speak, or if you know, don't understand boxing, you can see who wins a fight when they raise their hand, right? So that's all that matters. Like I said, I scored the fight down the middle as I could, but at the end of the day, what did it look like? It looked like Devin Haney was embarrassed. It looked like Devin Haney was destroyed. Like his defense and his offense didn't mean shit. Ryan is definitely his he's his Joker, you know. He's the Joker to his Batman. He has his number, you know, and there was a lot of fearlessness there. So that's why I guess, you know, he did his promotion that way. He's also a promoter as well. So it just goes hand in hand. And his plan, he just wanted to be the Joker. He wanted to scare Devin. Devin played the game perfectly. He did everything perfectly on what he is used to. You know what I'm saying? Whether it comes down to weight, you know, everything proper, you know, with his belts, he did everything correctly. But Ryan was more focused on the W. And it sucks, man, because if Devin would have came in heavy, would have lost the belts. And that's the only way that I think Devin would have had a slight chance. You know, looking at their output, looking at the way that they were throwing punches, Devin would have had to have some power to do something versus Ryan, like to actually win this fight. Because starting that fucking fight with 10-9 right away for Ryan, it was not a good look. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys. There was knockdowns. There was entertainment. We saw Devin show a lot of grit, a lot of heart. I give a lot of props to him. Shout out to his team. Shout out to Ryan coming out to the Mexican music, you know, representing his culture and who he is. He showed that he's a warrior. He showed that he's still a king when it comes to fighting and stuff like that. And I hope that he can get back on his horse when it comes to being an example, because, you know, all these conspiracy theories talking about kids and, you know, getting R-worded or whatever and all that, I understand, but there's a time and a place for that. You know, you used it as a platform to sell your fight. Now, fight the battle that needs to be fought outside of the ring when the time is right, because nobody's against you asking questions. Conspiracy theories are just questions. I don't agree with people saying, oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. Nah, he's just asking questions. He's just saying, yo, what about this? What about that? But anyway, he's a boxer. And if he's going to stay committed to boxing, also be an example. You know, keep doing it how you doing it, Ryan. We're rooting for you. But honestly, you just beat the unified champion for 140. There's other guys there, but the only person I could see you really like going head to head with is Matias and Teofimo. I think he should fight Teofimo, because those guys, they're both Hispanic. They're both crazy in a sense. They both like to yell and scream. They both have fathers that are involved in the fights and stuff like that. And it would be very entertaining. And plus, Ryan fought in New York, so he's already comfortable. I don't think he's ever fought in New York before, but now he's got his feet wet in that area, and they like him. You know, they like all that craziness, you know. So it was really good marketing on his end. But when it comes to Teofimo, that would be a good, very good fight. I think Teofimo is a little short for welterweight, but if they fought at 140 at a catch weight, man, that fight would be explosive. I think that would be the best fight out of 140. But these guys still fight for belts. That's the difference. And Ryan, you know, he fights to win, to be a champion, to be known and recognized and things like that. So, in my opinion, I think anybody would take that fight at 140 because it's money. Ryan is becoming the money guy. If he moves up to welterweight, he will definitely be the money guy, and he will continue to be the money guy because he just beat the unified champion and the undisputed champion for 135. He just came out on top. You know, he's gonna be more famous than Gervonta now. Seriously. So let's see what happens. If Gervonta wants to move up, then we got a real problem, and we got a real entertaining fight coming up. So I would love to see that too. Let me know what else you guys think. You know, what else you think should happen with these fights, and how did you feel about the fights? All right, take care, guys. Let's try to keep boxing alive. Peace.